Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tarble Arena for this afternoon's first semifinal match in the 2016 Midwest Collegiate Volleyball League Tournament between the number 3 seed, Lakeland College, and the number 2 seed, the Milwaukee School of Engineering. The NCAA promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. The NCAA, the MCVL, and Carthage, thank you for your cooperation. Please direct your attention to the American flag at the north end of the arena. It draped the coffin of Captain Frank Vavarin, a former Carthage student who died in Vietnam in 1970. The flag is a gift to the college from his parents. In remembering Captain Vavarin, we pay tribute to all who have sacrificed their lives for our country and honor those who today put themselves in harm's way in service to America. To honor America, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now for the starting lineups for today's MCVL semifinal match between the Lakeland College Muskies with an overall record of 17-8 and 10-0 in the MCVL, and the MSOE Raiders with a record of 17-7 and 12-1 in the MCVL. Let's meet the Lakeland Muskies. A junior outside hitter from Palatine, Illinois, number 1, Dan Mahevitic. A freshman setter from Boca Raton, Florida, number 4, Addison Mertler. A senior libero from Chicago, Illinois, number 10, Kyle Krogstad. A junior middle blocker from Wheaton, Illinois, number 14, Tim Robbins. A freshman from Riverside, California, middle blocker, number 16, Desmond Williams. A junior outside hitter from Honolulu, Hawaii, number 24, Casey Bolda. And a junior outside from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, number 27, Matt Stoles. The head coach for the Muskies is Ryan Schaff. And now introducing the MSOE Raiders. A senior libero from Villa Park, Illinois, Josh Darity. A sophomore outside hitter from Lake Villa, Illinois, number 2, Brian Tolland. A sophomore setter from Itasca, Illinois, number 9, Quinn Krissick. A junior right side from Naperville, Illinois, number 11, Scott Boyk. A softball middle from Orland Park, Illinois, number 12, Neil Naughton. A sophomore middle blocker from Virginia Beach, Virginia, number 15, Ben Clark. and a sophomore outside hitter from St. Louis, Missouri, number 16, Sam Steely. The head coach for the Raiders is Shane Reed. The officials for today's match are Kurt Fulmer, Sergio Gonzalez, Michael Oakes, and Paul Vanek. Good luck to both teams. Blocked by Sam Steely, point Raiders. Quinn Krissick back to serve. That's an ace for the Raiders. Point Raiders. Blocked by Dan Mihevik. Point Muskies. Desmond Williams back to serve. Point Raiders. Sam Steely back to serve. Point Raiders. Boyk and Clark on the block. Point Raiders, killed by Bryant Holland. Timeout Muskies. Tim Robbins with the kill. Point Muskies. Casey Bolda back to serve. Bryant Holland with the kill. Point Raiders. Ben Clark back to serve. Point Muskies. JT Levitt into the game. Levitt back to serve. Bryant Holland with the kill. Point Raiders. Scott Boyk back to serve. Point Raiders. Matt Stoltz with the kill. Point Muskies. Tim Robbins back to serve. Point Raiders. Brian Tolland back to serve. Point Raiders. Point Muskies. Addison Mertler back to serve for Lakeland. Neil Naughton with the kill. Point Raiders. Naughton back to serve. Scott Boyk with the kill. Point Raiders. Sam Steely with the kill. Point Raiders. Timeout Lakeland. Matt Stoltz with the kill. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 1, Dan Machevic. Stoltz back to serve. Sam Steely with the kill. Point Raiders. Quinn Krisick back to serve. Steely and Clark with the block. Point Raiders. Point Lakeland. Desmond Williams back to serve for the Muskies. Point Raiders. Steely back to serve. Point Muskies. Casey Bolda back to serve. Point Raiders. Ben Clark serving. Naughton and Boyk with the block. Point Raiders. Clark back to serve. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 22, JT Levitt. Levitt back to serve. Point Muskies. Point Muskies. Matt Stoltz with the kill. Point Raiders. Scott Boyk back to serve. And that's an ace for Boyk. Point Raiders. Point Muskies. Tim Robbins serving. Point Muskies. Matt Stoltz with the kill. Neil Naughton with the kill. Point Raiders. Holland back to serve. Neil Naughton with the kill. Point Raiders. Desmond Williams with the kill. Point Muskies. Addison Mertler back to serve. Point Raiders. Neil Naughton with the kill. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 1, Dan Machevic. Matt Stoltz back to serve. Point Raiders. MSOE takes the first set, 25-15. Point Muskies. Williams and Michevic with the block. Point Muskies. Point Raiders. Quinn Krisick back to serve. Scott Boyk with the kill. Point Raiders. Point Muskies. Casey Boldo with the kill. Desmond Williams back to serve. Casey Boldo with the kill. Point Muskies. Point Muskies. Michevic on the block. Point Raiders. Sam Steely back to serve. Tim Robbins with the kill. Point Muskies. Casey Bolda back to serve. Kill by Scott Boyk. Point Raiders. Ben Clark back to serve. Matt Stoles with the kill. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 25, Christian Fromm. Point Raiders. Point Raiders. Holland and Naughton with the block. Boyk back to serve. Point, Raiders. Point, Muskies. Tim Robbins back to serve. Point, Raiders. Bryant Holland back to serve. Point, Muskies. Casey Bolda with the kill. Mertler back to serve. Casey Bolda with the block. Point, Muskies. Quinn Krissick with the kill. Point, Raiders. Neil Naughton back to serve. Matt Stoles with the kill. Point, Muskies. Stoles back to serve. Into the game for the Muskies, number 1, Dan Machevic. Sam Steely with the kill. Point, Raiders. Krissick back to serve. That's an ace for Krissick. Point, Raiders. Holland with the kill. Point, Raiders. Casey Bolda with the kill. Point, Muskies. Williams back to serve. Point, Muskies. Point, Raiders. Sam Steely back to serve. Dan Machevic with the kill. Point, Muskies. Casey Bolda back to serve. Point, Muskies. Bolda back to serve. That's an ace for Casey Bolda. Point, Muskies. That's an ace for Casey Bolda. Point, Muskies. Timeout, Raiders. Bryant Holland with the kill. Point, Raiders. Ben Clark back to serve. Point, Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 29, Christian Fromm. Fromm back to serve. Tim Robbins with the block. Point, Muskies. Point, Muskies. Neil Naughton with the kill. Point, Raiders. Boyk back to serve. Tim Robbins with the kill. Point, Muskies. Into the game for the Muskies, number 5, Andrew Cesari. Bryant Holland with the kill. Point, Raiders. Point, Raiders. Holland back to serve. Neil Naughton with the kill. Point, Raiders. Timeout, Muskies. Point Muskies. Addison Mertler back to serve. Point Raiders. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 1, Dan Michevic. Stoles back to serve. That's an ace for Matt Stoles. Point Muskies. Point Raiders. Steely with the kill. Quinn Krisick back to serve. Point Raiders. Point Raiders. Timeout Muskies. Point Lakeland. Muskies take set number 2, 25-22. The match is now tied 1-1. Serving is number 9, Quinn Krisick. Ben Clark with the kill. Point Raiders. Point Muskies. Casey Bolda back to serve. Point Raiders. Sam Steely back to serve. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 29, Christian Fromm. Fromm back to serve. Point Muskies. Stoles and Robbins on the block. Point, Muskies. Robbins with the block. Point, Muskies. Fromm continues to serve. Point, Raiders. Into the game for MSOE, Andrew Miller. Miller back to serve. Tim Robbins with the kill. Point, Muskies. Robbins back to serve. Into the game for the Raiders, number 15, Ben Clark. Bryant Holland with the kill. Point, Raiders. Point, Muskies. Addison Mertler back to serve. Bryant Holland with the kill. Point, Raiders. Into the game for the Raiders, number 7, Joe Humple. Point, Muskies. Matt Stoles back to serve. Into the game for Lakeland, number 1, Dan Machenik. Joe Humple with the kill. Point, Raiders. Point, Muskies. Point, Muskies. Williams back to serve. Point, Raiders. Serving for the Raiders, number 9, Quinn Krissick. Point, Muskies. Dan Machevic with the kill. Timeout, Raiders. Robbins and Machevic with the block. Point Muskies. Point Muskies. Point Raiders. Humple back to serve. And that's an ace for Humple. Point Raiders. Another ace for Humple. Point Raiders. Point Raiders. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 29, Christian Fromm. Fromm back to serve. Tim Robbins with the kill. Point Muskies. Bryant Holland with the kill. Point Raiders. Into the game for the Raiders, number 14, Andrew Miller. Miller back to serve. Point Muskies. Tim Robbins back to serve. Into the game for MSOE, number 15, Ben Clark. Neil Naughton with the kill. Point Raiders. Neil Naughton with the kill. Point Raiders. Boyk back to serve. Point Muskies. Matt Stoles with the kill. Mertler back to serve. Point Raiders. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 1, Dan Machevic. Stoles back to serve. Bryant Holland with the kill. Point Raiders. Naughton back to serve. Ben Clark with the kill. Point Raiders. Timeout Muskies. Point Raiders. Quinn Krissick with the kill. Point Raiders. Point Raiders. Timeout Muskies. Point Muskies. Desmond Williams back to serve. Point Raiders. Humple with the kill. Krissick back to serve. Point Raiders. Humple with the kill. Krissick back to serve. Point Muskies. Casey Bolda back to serve. Scott Boyk with the kill. Point Raiders. Joe Humple back to serve. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 29, Christian Fromm. Fromm back to serve. Point Raiders. In the game for the Raiders, number 14, Andrew Miller. Miller back to serve. Point Raiders. MSOE takes set number 3, 25-21. The Raiders lead 2-1. Point Raiders. Chrisick serving. Point Raiders. Boyk with the block. Point Raiders. Point Muskies. Williams back to serve. Jones with the kill. Point Raiders. Humple back to serve. Point Muskies. Serving for the Muskies, number 24, Casey Bolda. Jones with the kill. Point Raiders. Brian Jones back to serve. Machevic with the kill. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 29, Christian Fromm. Fromm back to serve. Point Raiders. Serving for the Raiders, number 11, Scott Boyk. Point Muskies. Tim Robbins back to serve. Into the game for Lakeland, number 5, Andrew Cesiri. Cesiri back to serve. Bryant Holland with the kill. Point Raiders. Back into the game for Lakeland, number 14, Tim Robbins. Bryant Holland back to serve. Point Raiders. Chrisick with the kill. Holland back to serve. Point Muskies. Mertler back to serve. Point Raiders. Boyk with the kill. Boyk back to serve. Excuse me, Naughton serving. Point Muskies. Point Raiders. Quinn Krisick back to serve. Casey Bolda with the kill. Point Muskies. Desmond Williams back to serve. Point Muskies. Point Raiders. Scott Boyk with the kill. Point Raiders. Humple continues to serve. Jones with the kill. Point Raiders. Timeout Muskies. Point Muskies. Serving for the Muskies, number 24, Casey Bolda. Boyk with the kill. Point Raiders. Jones back to serve. Neil Naughton with the kill. Point Raiders. Jones continues to serve. Tim Robbins with the kill. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 29, Christian Fromm. Fromm back to serve. Quinn Krisick with the kill. Point Raiders. Boyk back to serve. Point Raiders. Into the game for Lakeland, number 20, Ryan Frankel. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 5, Andrew Sasiri. Sasiri back to serve. Point Raiders. Into the game for Lakeland, number 14, Tim Robbins. Holland back to serve. Point Muskies. Mertler back to serve for the Muskies. Point Muskies. Point Muskies. Mertler continues to serve. Timeout Raiders. Neil Naughton with the kill. Point Raiders. Naughton back to serve. Jones and Humple with the kill, with the block. Naughton back to serve. Point Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 1, Dan Machevic. Jones and Humple with the block. Point Raiders. Timeout Muskies. Point Muskies. Williams serving. Point Raiders. Humple back to serve. Tim Robbins with the kill. Point Muskies. Bolda back to serve. Brian Jones with the kill. Point Raiders. Jones back to serve. Point, Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 20, Ryan Frankel. Frankel back to serve. Point, Muskies. Holland with the kill. Point, Raiders. Boyk back to serve. Point, Muskies. Into the game for Lakeland, number 5, Andrew Sasiri. Sasiri back to serve. Point, Muskies. Timeout, Raiders. Point, Raiders. Raiders win set number 4, 25-21. Final match score, MSOE 3, Lakeland 1. Your line score for today in favor of the Raiders, 25-15, 22-25, 25-21, and 25-21. MSOE will advance to tomorrow's afternoon 2 p.m. MCVL Championship and will face the winner of the Dominican Carthage match, which takes place tonight at 7 p.m. right here at Tarble Arena. We'll see you back here soon.